Welcome to the viral channel here. Subscribe, leave your like. La Casa de Papel is a Spanish police drama television series created by Alex Pina. The plot traces two highly prepared robberies led by a man known as the Professor. One at the Royal Mint of Spain and another at the Central Bank of Spain. The series was initially planned as a 15-episode miniseries divided into two parts, the first with 9 episodes and the second with 6. Its original exhibition on the Spanish network Antena 3 took place from May 2, 2017 to November 23, 2017.
Torturó a Areo con métodos ilegales.
La Casa de Papel has Ursula Corbero, Álvaro Morte, Itziar Ituño, Alba Flores, Miguel Herron and Jamie Laurent in the main cast. Series revolves around a multi-day assault prepared against the Casa da Moda Real, located in the city of Madrid in Spain. A mysterious man, known as the Professor, is planning the biggest assault in history. To carry out the ambitious plan, a team of 8 people is recruited with certain skills that have nothing to lose. The goal is to enter the factory and print €2.4 billion. For that, the team needs 11 days of imprisonment, during which it will have to deal with the elite police forces and 67 hostages. For the first time, the 6 folk fairies will transform into real teenagers learning to improve their powers while living together in a magical boarding school. Hidden in a parallel mystical world, the Alphea School has trained fairies in the magical arts for thousands of years, but has never had a special student, like Bloom. Raised in the ordinary human world, she is stubborn, gentle, and dangerous. Within it is a power that can destroy or save both worlds. To control it, she has to control her emotions. She is a teenager. How difficult could that be? The 6-episode series follows the maturing journey of 5 unlikely friends who attend Alphea, a magical boarding school in the otherworld, where they must learn to master their magical powers while navigating the love, rivalry and monsters that threaten them. According to Straffi, the series is aimed at bigger fans of the cartoon. In an interview in 2019, he called him more daring and darker than they can imagine. Fate is co-directed by Lisa James Larson and Hannah Quinn with Brian Young as showrunner. The series is a chronicle of the relationship of a group of people who were born on the same day. Rebecca and Jack are a couple waiting for triplets in Pittsburgh. Kevin is a handsome television actor who is tired of playing superficial roles. Kate is an obese woman who lives an eternal struggle to lose weight, and Randall meets his biological father who abandoned him when he was just a newborn baby. Pilot was broadcast on the night of September 20, 2016 and was watched by 10.07 million viewers, a great number for a series premiere. The following episodes did not disappoint in terms of the audience either. In January 2017, broadcaster NBC secured the series a renewal for a 2nd and 3rd season. One of the factors that gave a great recognition to the series was the wide acclaim by the expert critic, since it received a rating of 76/100 from the art aggregator site. The premise of Nice Thief, along with Omar Sy's natural and captivating sympathy, has been making the Lupin series, also original on the streaming platform, win the first place among the most watched titles. In the series, which takes place in France, we follow the life of the charismatic Assane Diop, a thief who orchestrates a great theft of a jewel at the Louvre Museum as a way of revenge for the death of his father, who was the victim of a dirty scheme led by Big and Corrupt, and also find out exactly what they did to him and how that cruel plan worked. What makes Lupin a more enjoyable and fun series is the fact that Diop's action is based on the adventures of a character from a French novel from 1847, a thief who dresses like a gentleman, with a cape, top hat and monocle, and who is able to disguise himself brilliantly from anyone. This master of disguises uses his talent to conduct robberies under different identities, inspiring the protagonist of the series to do the same, since he inherited his father's book. The Big Bang Theory is an American sitcom comedy television series that premiered on CBS on September 24, 2007 and ended on May 16, 2019, with a total of 279 episodes over 12 seasons. Created by Chuck Lorre and Bill Pratty, a series of 5 characters who live in Pasadena. Among them are theoretical physicist Sheldon Cooper and experimental Leonard Hofstadter, both living together, sharing an apartment and working at the California Institute of Technology, Caltech. Penny, a waitress and aspiring actress who later becomes a pharmaceutical representative, and who lives as a neighbor to both aerospace engineer Howard Wolowitz and astrophysicist Rajesh Koothrappali, similar and socially awkward geek friends and coworkers from Leonard and Sheldon. The geek habits and intellect of the 4 boys contrast with the comic effect with Penny's social skills and common sense. Ong Sheldon, stylized as Young Sheldon, being called Young Sheldon in Brazil, is an American television series by CBS as a spin-off of the series The Big Bang Theory and serves as a prequel to the series, featuring the character Sheldon Cooper as a child living with his family in East Texas and going to school. The series was created by Chuck Lorre and Stephen Milaro, and Ian Armitage is presented as the protagonist. Jim Parsons, who is the same character in The Big Bang Theory, narrates and is also the executive producer on the series. The development of the series started in November 2016. The original idea was from Parsons, who passed it on to the producers of The Big Bang Theory. It started airing on November 2, 2017, right after The Big Bang Theory, after a special performance on September 25, 2017. On September 27, 2017, CBS commissioned the series for a full 22-episode season 1. In January 2018, the broadcaster CBS renewed the series for a second season that premiered on September 24, 2018. The series shows 9-year-old Sheldon Cooper, who has a brilliant mind while attending high school in Texas, dealing with the world around you, while your very normal family must find a way to deal with it. NCIS, Los Angeles is a drama about the Office of Special Projects, OSP, a division of NCIS whose mission is to arrest criminals who pose a threat to the nation's security. Assuming false identities and using the most advanced technology, this team of specialized agents live in the world of disguises, putting their lives at risk to defeat their targets. Special Agent G. Callan is a chameleon who transforms himself into anyone to infiltrate the world of crime. His partner is Special Agent Sam Hanna, a former member of the Navy and a former SEAL, who has spent time in Afghanistan and Iraq. There is also Special Agent Kenzie Bly. He Witcher. The TV series starring Henry Cavill is highly anticipated, but for those who do not follow the franchise, all the buzz may not make much sense. Below, we explain what The Witcher is and everything you need to know to enjoy the program.
Best season ever! In this video.
The Witcher is a fantasy franchise that emerged during the 1980s in Poland. In 1986, the author Andrzej Sapkowski sent a short story called The Witch to a contest in the magazine Fantastica. The story follows a mutant monster killer, hired by a king to reverse a curse. The tale did not win the dispute, it came in 3rd place, but it responded positively enough that Sapkowski continued to write stories using the mutant, called Geralt de Rivia. Thus, during the rest of the 1980s, the author continued to expand this universe with several isolated tales, later brought together in 2 collections, The Last Wish and The Sword of Destiny. In 1994, Sapkowski elevated his creation with The Blood of the Elves, the beginning of a saga of 5 novels starring Geralt and other recurring characters in the stories, publishing 1 book a year until 1999. Bridgerton is the new Netflix sensation series. The production was launched on December 25 and, since then, has been on top of the most watched. This Saturday, 2/1, it occupies the first place of Netflix, ahead of the most recent releases The Dark World of Sabrina and Cobra Kai, according to Fix Patrol, site that monitors the most watched productions of the streaming and services on demand. Some aspects weigh in favor of Bridgerton, among them, the name of Shonda Rhimes, showrunner of attractions such as Grey's Anatomy and How to Get Away with Murder, and the fact that it is a serial adaptation of a successful literary saga. The Best Franchise Seller authored by Julia Quinn, a pseudonym used by 51-year-old Julie Pottinger, an author who has sold more than 10 million copies worldwide, more than 1 million in Brazil alone.
The end of Game of Thrones is a milestone not only for TV as it is the end of the most expensive and expansive production ever produced for the media, but also the possible end of a way of watching TV, in which we felt compelled to, on a certain day in time, stop everything we are doing in our lives, and dedicate the next hour looking closely at that screen. So, over the next 2 weeks, we will be doing a series of special articles here at Canaltic on Game of Thrones, as a way of preparing for the end, and understanding the implications that the choices made by the series will have for the potential books that George R.R. Martin still has. Aceto na série de livros e canção de Gelo and Fogo, Game of Thrones e sem dúvidas, uma série de fantasia. Afinal, estamos no mundo em que imagipo tanto matter algum como ressuscita lá dos mortos, dragos do tamanho de ônibus, vondo e cuspindo fogo por aí, e o coli amicado por exercito de zumbis.
Welcome to the viral channel here. Subscribe, leave your like.